Hello everybody and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build Yoimiya. I'm going to be doing two sections of this video. The first one is going to be main DPS and the second one is going to be support. First of all, you're going to want to use the Thundering Pulse. That is her best weapon. If you don't have that, then use Rust, and if you don't have Rust, then you should be using this. If you don't have this and you didn't get it from the free event because maybe you started it later, you could use this stringless for elemental reactions, but it increases elemental skill damage, but your elemental skill doesn't really do damage, it just increases your attack. Also, same with sacrificial bow, it doesn't do damage, so it won't actually proc anything. So, in the order that you should be using this is Thundering Pulse, Rust, Windbloom Ode, and then Stringless. Amos Bow, if you have Amos Bow, you will be having to attack from farther away rather than right up in the enemy's face. But if you're really free to play and you just started, then the Slingshot is a great option if you have this. If you don't, then at this point, just use whatever bow you got. Crit damage and crit rate substats are okay. So for your main DPS Yoimiya, you will want to use 4-piece Remy set. A crit rate helmet is actually really good on Yoimiya because she gets 24% crit rate if you have her level 90 like I do. So her Ascension crit rate will bring this crit rate to 55%-ish. That is a very good starting point for any player to build Yoimiya. This is one of the reasons why she's really easy to build, because I have like, what, 1 crit rate roll on this? Oh no, 2. Technically 3, I guess, but I really only have crit rate on these 2 pieces. Another thing about the artifacts is that you actually don't need much energy recharge. I literally only have 105%. Her energy is based in a way where you will get more energy back than what you use, but it'll be at the end of her combos, most likely. So this is actually a really good way to use Yoimiya, literally with 0% energy recharge as a main DPS, because her ultimate is not good at all. I'm saying this right now, unless you're building a full support Yoimiya, then her ultimate will not do much damage. Your combos will always do more, so there's no real point in investing. So for a main DPS Yoimiya, you're going to want these two, and these 2 leveled up, and this literally could be level 1 for all you want. Keep in mind, you could build a Yoimiya where you are using the ultimate. So for a pure main DPS Yoimiya that you're just focusing on her outright damage without any energy recharge rolls or anything, this will be very good. Now, on to support Yoimiya. So if you're using her as support, most likely this would be your best option. This will probably be your best option for 4-star. Because it gives elemental burst damage by 30%. So if you don't have this and you're not going for pure raw damage on your ult, you could use this to generate more energy for your ult to charge faster, because it has a 100% chance to generate energy, and her crit rate should be decently high if you're using her. This bow, it would literally be only used for energy recharge. There's no point in using this if you have enough energy recharge to consistently use your ult when it's off cooldown. So yes, I would say that the Stringless is the best out of these 3. But this is a close second if you're just going for pure energy recharge. You can actually use this to, I think, regenerate elemental energy for your other characters also, which would also be another good support option. Because if your main DPS needs a whole bunch of energy because it's like 80 cost, then this could definitely be an option for Yoimiya. Okay, so I think this set will be the best for her, the Emblem of Severed Fate. Because at 150% energy recharge, you will get your burst damage will get 37%. If you don't want to try and put a whole bunch of energy recharge onto her, which the 4-star bows can help out with because they're energy recharge based stat. So if you don't want to use Stringless, or you don't have it, this set would probably be the best for you, because you would be getting 120% along with a 120% along with the substat of the weapon. So Favonius Warbow would probably be your best bet here, and it would also help out the energy recharge of other characters. So this set will be the best for her if you have any sort of... So this set will be the best for support Yoimiya with her elemental burst. Now, I don't think I need to point this out to you, but you want to level up her burst. It's the whole point of building a support Yoimiya. And you at least want to get her to level 70, because that's when she gets a 10% attack increase along with. I wouldn't pay too much attention to this last part of it, because you won't be using Yoimiya as main DPS. So you'll just want to use this. Okay, so for characters that you're going to want to be using with Yoimiya, Zhongli will help her just be able to use more of her attacks during her window of elemental skill. His E skill is actually really good timing with her E skill also, because she has a 10-second duration and Zhongli will have a 12-second hold cooldown. You're gonna want to use Zhongli's shield before, obviously, a fight, and then you're just gonna want to spam her arrows. That'll be around 2 seconds with switching, and then you're gonna want to use Zhongli's shield. Again, it's an infinite loop. And then while her E is on cooldown, you're gonna want to go to Xingqiu and set up both of his things. She actually has a really good pairing with Venti, because Venti will suck up enemies, and then if they're infused with Pyro, she can just spam at them with a 40% resistance shred if you're using Viridescent Renair. And then for another one, if you have C6 Fischl, you can use this to do overload damage every single time you attack, which is very good considering overload, and I think Electrocharge just got a new buff with elemental mastery affecting it more over melt and vaporize. So another character that she actually works really well with is Bennett. She is able to just stay inside the ring and shoot at the opponents, so you'll easily be able to have his attack buff every single time. Don't worry about my Bennett not being built, I don't even have him. So now characters that would work well with Yoimiya as a support. Yoimiya is actually a pretty good support for Ganyu, whether you want to believe it or not. Ganyu as a melt is pretty good, and you'll be able to do that easily with Yoimiya, because Ganyu has to charge up her attacks, and the refresh rate of 2 seconds on Yoimiya's ult being procced will work. She'll also work well with Ayaka. Ayaka will be able to proc her ultimate basically every single time it's up. So Yoimiya as a support is actually not completely useless. She's pretty good. She's not really competing with anybody in terms of constant pyro appliance. Maybe you could say Zhangling, but Guoba has to stay in one place every single time. Obviously, he can be moved. So yes, she's not really competing with anybody. No one else has potential to apply pyro off field. So no other characters other than Yoimiya and Zhangling can apply pyro off field. I imagine that Ganyu is going to be pretty good with Yoimiya, so I'll definitely summon for her and show you guys that. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, because you guys literally broke YouTube with how many of you guys are not subscribed. So please do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.